Welcome, beautiful friends. So we're in the park again today, so we could have some doggy friends come to join us. So I invite you to start off in a seated position. One of the things about being outside is you get things attached to you, but that's about being in touch with Mother Earth, right? So come into a seated position, and you're just going to rest one hand over your heart space, one hand on your belly. Have your chin parallel to the floor. Soften and close your eyes and turn your eye gaze in and up towards that third eye point, so between and behind your eyebrows. That helps to turn your attention inwards. So make sure that you are in a comfortable position, using blocks or cushions under your knees as needed. So it's always worth taking your time to set up, so that your spine is tall, your shoulders relaxed, and your hips relaxed. Keeping your inner eye gaze towards your third eye point. Allow your breathing to slow down. So today we're focusing on Brahmacharya. Brahmacharya, often translated as celibacy or chastity, which often in our modern kind of hedonistic society brings a kind of a look of, oh my God, don't expect me to be celibate. But it can also be translated as right use of energy. So to simplify it, it means investing your energy wisely. So not doing the things that drain your energy. Now I'll give you two perfect examples. For me, the two things that drain my energy most, one is comparison, comparing myself to other teachers. I'm always telling myself that everyone else is better than me, more intelligent, more creative, more blah, 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 blah. That drains my energy and often brings me to a point where I feel paralyzed. I don't want to do anything. So I think, what's the point? If everyone else is better than me, what's the point? Another one, and this never used to be an issue until a few years ago, is fear, anxiety. Now, fear is so draining. It is literally like putting your phone on a reverse charge, sucking the energy out of it. And now there's been many things over the past few years that have really made me anxious. And again, it puts me in a state of literally being paralyzed, sucks the energy out of me. And it's, fear associated with our root chakra, survival. If you don't feel safe, then it will literally, send you into a stress response. So by not looking at reading associated with the things that cause me fear, I can focus my energy wisely. And on the mat, when it comes to a class, Brahmacharya can mean, not comparing yourself with anyone else, not having an unrealistic ideal of what a perfect pose is like. So if we're always trying to aim for something, we are not enjoying the journey. We're not focusing on the journey. And so we can drain our energy by not investing our energy wisely. So think of, I choose to invest my energy wisely, and I focus my energy on the things that bring me peace. I choose to invest my energy wisely. So imagine your energy is like money. So let's say you only have a certain amount each day. You don't want to waste it, right? So I choose to invest my energy wisely. And I focus my energy on the things that bring me peace. So notice how it feels in your body when you're focusing on those affirmations. Imagine the energy circulating around your body, and think how you feel when you're stressed or anxious, etc. Quite often, you feel low in energy. That's because our energy is being wasted, is being utilized on the things that drain it. Being around people who drain your energy is not good. Being around positive people can help uplift you. Like when you're excited about something, you feel like you have a surge of energy, right? So it's about focusing on what drains us and avoiding that, and what energizes us. And also on the mat, that can be knowing when it's time to rest, and knowing when we're being a little bit lazy, and how pushing on can give us energy. Because there is a difference. Most of the time nowadays, when we think we're tired, it's a tiredness that can benefit from physical activity. You know, most of us have a very sedentary life. And so, you know, if you feel tired, it's because we're a bit sluggish and we could benefit from moving more. But there are times when you do need to rest. So it's also about knowing the difference. Just taking a few more nice deep breaths, visualizing or feeling a connection between your hands, feeling energy flowing between your heart and your belly. And taking a full deep breath in. Hold the breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. Then breathe all the way out again. Again, breathe in as deeply as you can. Belly, ribs, chest. Hold the breath. This will apply a light root lock. So squeeze rectum, sex organs, navel, drawing the belly in. So like squeezing the pelvic floor muscles. Imagine kind of providing it is a lock. It's to lock the energy in your body. So you can imagine squeezing energy up your spine from your tailbone all the way up to your third eye point. Still gazing up to your third eye point. Then release the lock as you breathe out. Now once more, breathing in fully and completely. Stretching up through the crown of the head. Hold the breath, let your pelvic floor muscles, squeeze the belly button in, hold it. Squeeze in and up, visualize energy flowing up, 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 up from your tailbone all the way up to your third eye point. Then release the lock, exhale. And release the hands. We're going to come up to standing. And we're still working a little bit on our hips and hip mobility. So just tip yourself into a standing forward bend. You can jiggle out the legs. Take a few nice deep breaths in and out. And then bend the knees deeply and slowly start to roll up through the spine. And your head floats up last. Now, as I've spoken about before, we need to focus on mobility, strength, and flexibility, because if all we do is focus on stretching, we can end up overstretching. We're just coming up, you're just going to start to circle the legs around. I want you to imagine stepping out, going super slowly, so slower than you would normally. Normally we try and kind of get it over and done with, but go super slowly. Notice how challenging it is to go slowly, because it challenges our balance as well as our mobility. Breathing in and out, really feeling the ground beneath you as you land your feet. And be okay to wobble. It's okay to wobble. Yeah, it's not the end of the world to have a little wobble. This time you're going to circle the knee out and in. Again, another little wobble there. Circle the knee out and in. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Out and in. Out and in. And release. Then taking the weight onto one foot. And you're just going to step out and step in. And step out to the corner and step in. And step out to the other corner and step in. Maybe stepping backwards and in. Maybe taking the foot behind and in. So instead of following a particular pattern or even trying to do the same pattern as me, just imagine you've got one foot stuck to the mat and you're moving the other foot around. Just let the arms do whatever they want to do. Breathing in and out and in and out. So you can stay high, low, totally up to you. You can pause for a second. Again, noticing how your body wants to move. And I know this is where we always go, oh, I don't know if I'm doing it right. I feel silly, blah, blah, blah. We're going to change legs. We're going to step the other foot out. Got to be careful here because there's prickly, I've just noticed, prickly conkers around. So I could end up stepping on one of those. So if I suddenly go, ah, that's because there's a conker around. And that's okay because they're outside in the glorious sunshine. And one of the benefits of being outside is the ground is obviously not totally flat. And so the body has to adjust to the fact that the ground isn't flat. And so it has to work a little bit harder. Sometimes actually it's easier to be on ground that isn't quite level. Come back to center. From here, breathe out your nose. 4. You're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, step 1 foot behind the other. Imagine trying to touch the floor. Don't worry if you can't actually touch the floor. Just do the best that you can. Pausing at the bottom. So pausing for a second as you step out. So try and take the other foot as far behind you as you can. So again, we're taking the knees, hips in different directions to the way we normally move, right? Because our normal movement is very linear, very repetitive. You know, the legs kind of swing forward and back all the time, hence why we need things like hip replacements, because we are repeating the same movement over and over again. I'll give you one more. And also keep in mind, whenever we do something different, our brain goes, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. So from here, taking the feet, it's going to remove that little spiky. Actually, it's not too bad, it's a baby one, but I'll move it out of the way anyway. So taking the feet out a little bit wider, we're going to come into our goddess pose. So lift the ball of one foot, turn the foot out just about 45 degrees, so not too far. Lift the other foot, and turn it out just from the inner thigh, knee, shin. Press into the outside edges of the feet. So as you lift your head, you may already start to be feeling a little stretch in your inner thighs. Most of us don't have really open hips. So to take the feet like wide like that, and then try and come down, the knees will be inwards. So it's better to try and have your knees tracking over your toes. I always think of focusing on stability rather than worrying about going too low. So once your feet are in position, your shoulders are over your hips, just inhale, come down to a little squat. Press your knees out over your toes, engage your inner thighs, squeeze your booty a little bit, and exhale, press the floor away, come back up. So try and keep your shoulders over your hips. Eye gaze forwards, we're not sticking the bum out. Press up, keep pressing the feet out, breathing in. And out. One more like that. I'm going to do a little hip mobility exercise. You're going to come down and you're going to keep low. Keep your shoulders and hips to the front. You're going to lift the ball of one foot. You're going to pivot, turn that heel in. Now, don't turn the upper body. Keep the upper body forward. If you can, drop it down. So your shoulders and everything are in alignment, staying up. Exhale, open it out. So the only thing that moves is that leg. Draw your belly button in. So inhale, lift, turn, drop, exhale, inhale, open. Just 2 more. So exhale, pivot. Again, keep looking forward. Shoulders and hips forward. 1 more. So you feel those legs working. And then come up, have a little mini rest. Breathe in and out, come down. So again, keep shoulders, chest forward, lift the ball of the other foot, drop it down if you can. Again, make sure you're not turning through your upper body, and then open. Lift, drop, exhale, open. Just 2 more. So we're trying to keep the upper body still, so you're not coming all the way up. So feel those legs working, and release. Bring the feet all the way in. Give the legs a bit of a shake out. Fantastic. And keeping the feet underneath the hips. Inhale, reach one arm up, grab hold of that wrist, stretch up, push out your hip, push out your ribs, stretch up and over, turn your eye gaze looking slightly up, shoulders relaxed. Breathe into your ribs, pull up your thigh muscles. Inhale up, switch, grab hold of the other hand, stretch up, push out your hips, lift through your ribs, stretching up and over. So we're not just kind of, dropping the arm by the ear, stretching from that foot all the way up and across. Lift your eye gaze, looking up. Release. Come back up. And just take the feet wider again, coming back into our goddess pose. So lift the ball of one foot, turn it out again from your thigh, spread out the toes, lift the other foot again, turn it out. So you're not just turning the foot out, you're turning thigh bone, knee, shin, and make sure the knees don't go way past the toes, tailbone tucked under. I'm going to do our Wheel of Abundance exercise. So we're going to inhale, reach up, bring your hands into Lotus Mudra. Exhale, bring the hands down the center line. And inhale, scoop down, bring the hands up and to the heart. Sink deep. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down the center line. Inhale, scoop. Exhale, soften. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down. This time as you inhale, scoop, go over to the right. Come all the way up and over. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, down and around, going around the other way. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, down and around. Again, inhale, up and over. Exhale, down and around. One more. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, down and around. And inhale, scoop up the midline. Bring the hands into Lotus Mudra. Exhale, soften. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, hands to heart. Come up. Release the hands. Bring your feet all the way in. And then coming down onto your hands and knees, so you can roll down through the spine. You can bring your palms flat to the floor, lift up through the belly, and walk out into a plank position. Firm up the belly, then bring your knees underneath your hips, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Just do a couple of cat stretches. Inhale, tailbone lifts, heart forward. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under, lift through the back of the heart. Inhale, flex. Exhale, arching up. Once more like that. Breathe in. And out. And come back to like a neutral position. Soften your shoulders. Maybe bring the knees a little bit closer together. Tuck the toes under. Tuck the tailbone under. Scoop that belly button in even more tightly. Relax the shoulders. Breathe in. As you breathe out, just hover the knees. Literally about half an inch off the floor. Keep scooping the belly button in. Keep relaxing the shoulders. Breathe. Keep putting that tummy in even tighter. 3, 2, 1, and release. Release the knees, untuck the toes. Then we're going to move. I'm going to move my left leg. You're going to lift that leg out to the side. Make sure you're not bending the other elbow and lower it down. So exhale as you lift it out to the side like a puppy taking a wee up a fire hydrant. Inhale, lower. So exhale as you lift, working the muscles all around the hips, both sides. So we're working the right leg, the knee that you're on as well. So you don't have to lift too high. Just trying to pause at the top and keep both arms straight. So the movement's all in the hips. So don't worry if it doesn't lift as high as me. Just make sure you're not bending the other elbow. Just one more. Then take that foot out to the side. Come down onto your right forearm, right elbow. And then you're going to lift and lower that left leg. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Again, pause at the top of the move. So again, we're working both legs. Keep flexing that foot. I really feel those legs working. I can feel both butt cheeks working, working the muscles around the pelvis. 3, 2, 1. Hold it. And pop that foot down. Flatten that foot. Come back onto your hands and knees. Breathe in. As you breathe out, come up. So we're coming into like a gate pose. Try and make sure this knee that you're on is in line with your hip. I was going to turn sideways. You stay where you are. So by that, I mean, make sure you're not too far one way or the other. Where you have that foot pointed is totally up to you. Tuck the tailbone under slightly. Or reach the arms out. Breathe in. As you breathe out, stretch. Up and over. Inhale up. Exhale, bring the other hand to the waist. Bring the other arm by your ear. Stretch through the fingertips. Relax the shoulders. Squeeze your butt. Inhale up. Exhale, stretch. In and out. So engage your core as you come across here, but without tensing your shoulders. Breathe in and out. And in and out. Inhale back up. Bring your hands back down. Bring that knee down. Tuck your toes under. Sit your bum back to your heels. Ready to sit up for down face dog. So bring your ears in alignment with your arms. Adjust your arms if you need to. Make sure your hands aren't too narrow. Slide the shoulder blades away from the ears. Press into the hands and lift up into down face dog. You can take the feet mat width apart. And you can wiggle your tail. Shift your hips side to side or pedal out the feet and turn through the hips, or you can just stay and breathe in your dog pose. So don't waste energy overthinking things. Just move. One of the benefits of doing it at home is you're not worrying what anyone else is thinking, what anyone else is doing. Take another nice deep breath in and out. And come back down onto your hands and knees. Come up to sitting and just circle out your wrists. Give your wrists a bit of a rest. Round the other way. Grab yourself a drink if you need one. I'm going to. And come back onto your hands and knees. I think I ended up wearing half of that, but hey ho. Come back onto the hands and knees. Knees slightly narrower than hips. Tuck the toes under. Relax the shoulders. Scoop the belly button in. Scoop the pelvic floor muscles in. So make sure you're not overusing your back muscles. Tuck the tailbone under slightly. Breathe in. As you breathe out, just hover the knees. Literally hover the knees without lifting your bum in the air. So imagine you're trying to bring your knees towards the back of your wrists. Engage the tummy muscles. Keep relaxing the shoulders. 3, 2, 1, and release. Untuck the toes. So we're going to lift the other leg. So we're going to take the other leg out to the side and down. So we're going to lift it. Focus more on the pause, holding it, worrying less about how high you're lifting. So we're checking, make sure we're not bending the left elbow. So I'm lifting my right leg this time. So I want to make sure that I'm not bending the left arm. I want to keep both arms straight. Eye gaze is down towards the space between the hands. Again, you'll feel both sides, so both the left butt cheek and the right butt cheek working. One more. Lift, hold. And take that foot out to the side. Come down onto your left forearm. And you're going to lift that right leg. Lift up and down. Again, pausing at the top. Flex that foot. So again, we're working the muscles around your hips, around your pelvis, and your inner outer thighs. You want to strengthen those muscles that support your joints. And so it's no good just stretching. You want strength as well. 4. Oh, I can feel it now. 3. Smile, it helps. 2. And 1, hold. And release, pop that foot down, firm up the thigh, come back onto your hands, then rise up into a gate pose. Adjust that foot if you need to. Make sure this knee is over your hip, tailbone tucked under, shoulders relaxed. Breathe in, arms out, breathe out. Make sure your right leg is, or the extended leg is totally straight. So there's no bend in the knee. Inhale up, exhale, hand to waist. Bring the top arm by your ear. Stretch, relax the shoulder. Inhaling up, so really firm up the extended leg. Exhale, stretch. So if you're trying to slide that hand towards the leg. In and out. In and out. In and out. And inhale up. Come back down onto hands and knees. Bring that knee in. Tuck the toes under, coming back into down face dog. So sit the bum back to the heels. Slide the arms out if you need to. Draw shoulder blades away from ears. Press into the hands. Lift up into dog pose. Now you can stay here, or you can bring the feet close together. Make sure your feet aren't too far away, because if you're in a kind of flat dog like that, it's not going to work. So make sure you're in an upside down V shape. Arms are at least shoulder width apart. Take the weight onto the left foot and lift the right leg extended out. You're going to lift that leg up and circle out, down and around. Breathe in and out. So as if you're drawing a half a circle or a D shape. And keep the left leg strong, arms strong. Press down into your hands. Firm up your left leg. Change direction. Out and up. Exhale down. Breathe in and out. Make sure you're looking towards your left foot. You're not looking towards your hands. And feel those legs working. And replace that foot. Switching sides. So take the weight onto your right foot, sorry. So your right foot is in the middle of the tripod. Your hands either side. Extend that left leg. Lift it up. And circle out, down and around. Breathe in. And out. So keep the legs, or the right leg firm. Keep the arms firm. Belly button drawn in. Keep the breath flowing. Change direction. Maybe you can miss this bit out, or you can do it in cat pose on the hands and knees. There, release. Pop the foot down, pedal out the feet. And walk towards your hands. Bring yourself into a malasana, your version here. So your feet, heels might be off the floor. Circle out your wrists. Around the other way. And see if you can go for a little walk. Now, a lot of people hate this, but it's like I say, you want to take your body in ways of moving that you don't normally move in order to challenge the body, to build strength and resilience, to build all the muscles. You need to go beyond your comfort zone. A lot of the time it's like, oh, I don't know if I'm doing it properly, I feel silly, blah, 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 blah. But you'll feel a whole lot more silly if you have to have a hip replacement or a knee replacement or anything like that. I was speaking to someone the other day and she was saying, oh, I've got arthritis in my knee, blah, blah, blah. I blame it on my age. And I said, oh, how old are you? She said, oh, 54. I said, well, I'm not that far behind you. And she couldn't believe it. She thought I was lying, basically. So, no, I'm 51 and a half, so I'm not that far behind you. Then from here, bring yourself back into a sitting position using blocks, cushions as needed, including bringing blocks and cushions under your knees as needed, so that your spine can be nice and tall. And again, bring one hand over your heart, one hand over your belly, shoulders relaxed, chin parallel to the floor, eye gaze turned in and up towards that third eye point. So you can feel your eye muscles working. And imagine a little funnel or like a root extending down from your tailbone, down through the floor, down through the earth. So almost like plugging your phone in, you're plugging yourself in. At the same time, imagine another funnel or another cord extending from the top of your head, up, off, into the heavens, into infinity, out into the universe. As you breathe in, visualize drawing energy, like electricity, like plugging your phone in to recharge it, drawing energy up through your tailbone, through your roots, through your tailbone, filling your whole body. So you know what it's like when you plug your phone in and you see that little symbol that says it's charging. Imagine every cell starting to ping, 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 that little symbol. At the top of the in-breath, pause for a few seconds. As you breathe out, imagine drawing energy down from the sky, from the cosmos, from the space, drawing energy down through the crown of the head, supercharging every single cell in your body. So as you breathe in, you're drawing energy up from the earth, and imagine it charging every cell. So every single trillions and trillions of cells, it's charging those cells. And as you breathe out, drawing energy down through the crown of your head, and that's literally coating every cell in this pulsating light. So you're getting like 5-star, you get 5-star fuel, 5-star energy. You may even start to feel a slight tingling sensation in your tailbone, in the crown of your head. You may just start to imagine like sparkling filaments of light or like electricity. Think how powerful electricity is. And we are electrical beings. We have electrical currents in our body. There's so much electricity in our body that we could literally power more than our whole house if you were to utilize it. Hence why we often get affected by electrical equipment, because we are electrical beings. That's why it's not so good to be surrounded by phones and things all the time. You know, smart gadgets, with all the signals that they're emitting. That's why some people can get headaches and things like that, because we are electrical. And just like years ago, when the early mobile phones, when you had it near some equipment, like a stereo, and you would hear that, that's because of the signals, the radio waves. And we are electromagnetic frequencies. And so we want to try and purify our own frequency so that we're not picking up other signals, which is how we get affected by our environment, because it either boosts our energy or it drains our energy. So there's certain things, for example, that drain your phone, things that boost your phone. Exactly the same with us, which is why certain situations will literally feel like it sucked the energy out of you, because it has. And other situations or people, places, etc., feel like they fill you with energy, because it does. It genuinely does. So as you're breathing, as you're visualizing that, just think to yourself, I choose to invest my energy wisely. I choose to invest my energy wisely. I choose to invest my energy wisely. I focus my energy on the things that bring me peace. I focus my energy on the things that bring me peace. I focus my energy on the things that bring me peace. And I embrace the things that nurture my well-being. I embrace the things that nurture my well-being. I choose to invest my energy wisely. I focus my energy on the things that bring me peace. I embrace the things that nurture my well-being. Take another deep breath in. Imagine the energy flowing up from the earth, energy flowing down from the universe. Hold the breath. Apply root lock. So squeeze rectum, sex organs, navel, and tuck your chin in towards your chest. And imagine just closing the back of your throat, closing the epiglottis, holding that energy in your body. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale, release. So releasing the hands, start to move in whatever way feels good for you. Breathing in, breathing out, taking a little twist if that feels good. Again, try not to overthink it. Just do what works for you. And bringing your hands together, hands to your heart. You're going to bow to seal your practice. Namaste. It's been a pleasure as always. Enjoy the rest of your day. Mwah.